W253DF Memphis, Flynn Broadcasting Stations. Welcome to Sports 56 Happy Hour with Johnny Radio. The first hour of Sports 56 Happy Hour is brought to you by MemphisFarmers.com. Insurance coverage backed by a local agent and a brand trusted nationwide. We are farmers. MemphisFarmers.com. Now, here is your host, Johnny Radio himself, John Harden.
Yo, 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 welcome into a little Sports 56 Happy Hour. I am your good buddy, Johnny Radio. Man, I'm blessed. We got such a great show today. We got Jake Wimberly. Call it CFBHourglass.com. Check out all his work. Plus, he is also on from 3 to 6 down in Jackson, Mississippi on the ESPN station. We got it too. Well, I keep saying my old times. At 12 o'clock, high noon. We're talking with Lee Sterling, Paramount Sports. We're going to get all the winning plays of the week. Lee don't play no games. I don't play no games. I love ParamountSports.com. You have a big fight also this weekend. Wilder and Fury. You got a big slate of college football. And plus, the University of Memphis has got to get a big win. They are on the road in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Tulsa, a 3.5-point favorite. Tigers need this bad boy. Big time. Plus, we had a little NFL action last night. Guess what? Did you know Russell Wilson has not missed a start in a decade? Did you know this, Zach?
I knew it was something in the realm of that, but I didn't realize he hasn't missed a game. Though.
A game. Dude heals really fast. They did play on Thursday. He's got a little extra time.
Yeah.
I'm just kind of wondering, are we going to see Russell Wilson being playing for Seattle next week, or is it going to be Geno Smith, who I'm not joking with you, and I'm not trying to be disrespectful to Geno Smith. Great quarterback when he was at West Virginia, broke a bunch of records, went to a bunch of bowl games. It's just hard when you get drafted in the second round by the New York Jets. Tried his, get his feet wet with the New York Jets. Things didn't work out. I didn't know that he was still in the league.
I do.
You did?
Yeah.
Honestly, when he came out there last night, I was like, wait, is that like West Virginia's Geno Smith?
Yeah. Yeah. Actually, when watching that game yesterday, I actually felt really bad for Geno Smith because he got drafted by the Giants. Well, he got drafted by the Jets. And so, the Jets were terrible. And then, he went to the Giants, and the Giants were terrible. So it was like there wasn't a winning culture for him to go to at all.
No, there was not. You're exactly right on that. And by the way, we don't just have NFL action. We don't just have college football action. Your Tigers playing Tulsa. We had some action last night. We also have baseball. And I'm talking about playoff baseball. We got game 2 starting at 1:07 today. Right when I get off the air, I'm going to be watching White Sox Astros. Framber Valdez is pitching for the Astros. Lucas Giolito for the White Sox. White Sox got spanked yesterday. My man Lance Lynn got hit very hard. At 3:30, we got the Braves and the Brewers. Charlie Morton, who's been every single month this year. Did you know every single month he has lowered his ERA? He's been pitching extremely well for the Braves. But Corbin Burns had almost a Cy Young type of year. But the one thing is, do you want to know that his worst start of the year? He only lasted 4 innings. It was against the Braves. He gave up 5 runs. They batted .333. It was his worst and shortest start of the year, except for the very last one where they only let him throw 40 pitches. And then, of course, Craig Counsell pulled him because they wanted him to start game 1. Braves, Brewers. Milwaukee is minus 45. I love Corbin Burns. I hear what all these people are saying, but there's something about this Braves team. The way they've been playing down the stretch, we're going to talk about the games that we're going to play. I like the Braves a little bit. The Astros-White Sox game, I don't really know who I like, but I do know that Mattress Mac is set. Did you see what Mattress – do you know what Mattress Mac is?
No.
All right, so he's the dude down in Houston. He has a bunch of furniture stores, or not furniture stores, bed stores, like where you get beds. He did a promotion that if the Astros win the World Series anybody who bought a bet from him this year, he's going to give them their money back. The reason is because he will win the largest single futures ticket in the history of sports betting, $35 million.
So the Astros got to win it all.
If they win it all the people who bought a bet from Mattress Mac this year, they get their money back, and he gets to cash a cool $35 million check. Wow. Not a bad investment. I mean, because he only put up $2 million to win 35. I'm sure they spent more than all of like Texas buying Mattress Mac stuff to possibly get it free. I'll talk about that during Hardwood. Got some crazy, crazy stories out there in the world. Don't forget, though, last night, if you watched the Tampa Bay Rays play, that's how baseball is supposed to be played. Did you see Randy Arozarena?
Yes, I did.
Dude, tell me that was some of the sickest thing. I mean, Randy Arozarena, his postseason history is out of control. He's the first player in MLB history to steal home in a playoff game and hit a home run in the same game. Randy Arozarena is bad to the bone.
So check this audio out. I saw this from Peter earlier today. And he retweeted on his Twitter account. So check this audio out.
Y la prende. Are you feeling Randy, baby? Se fue. Adiós. Clase de bombazo. Randy Arozarena.
I love it.
Are you feeling Randy?
I am feeling Randy. I'm feeling Nelson Cruz. I like this team. I think Tampa Bay just does it right. Last night they dominated on the mound. My man's slider, curve, fastball, everything was working, and the Rays just beat the brakes off the Red Sox. Chris Sale toes the rubber today. Chris Sale has not been the Chris Sale that we're used to. I just have a feeling this is going to be a real quick series. I think the Rays spank them. Rays, they're going to be in the World Series, in my opinion. I like the Astros. I feel you, Mattress Mac. But I think the Rays are just destined. And then you have the 107-win Giants, the 106-win Dodgers. Logan Webb for San Francisco is pitching at home in Oracle Park down in San Francisco. And guess what? Walker Buehler, the man with the tightest pants, he's going to be pitching, and he's been straight up lights out. For a while, I thought he was going to get the Cy Young. Who knows? It might be Max Scherzer, his teammate. They got some great pitching, but Walker Buehler is the real deal, Holyfield, and I'm excited about today's baseball games. We got football tonight. Did you know we got actually some pretty decent football games? Did you see any football action from last night?
No, other than the Thursday night football game between.
Oh, you watched just the NFL?
Yeah, just the NFL. Oh
man, dude, the Houston-Tulane game was whack, man. Tulane came back and scored late in the second quarter, then came back and took the lead right at the top of the third quarter, and then Houston just rolled them. You know, it's like I thought all the Mo had switched. I was like, oh man, this is a bad bet. I can't believe I took Houston. I'm an idiot. Da 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 da. Bang, bang, boom. They got it done. It was so sweet. But yeah, Tulane was up 22-17 in the third quarter, and then all of a sudden, Houston field goal, Houston touchdown, Houston touchdown, Houston touchdown to end the game 40-22. Congratulations to me for getting a big win. Did you take the Rams last night?
I was hoping the Seattle would have pulled that game off, personally.
Ooh.
Personally.
I like Seattle's defense. That's the one problem that Seattle has.
Like for some strange reason they just decide to neglect the defense, much just like how they're neglecting Russell Wilson's offensive line and playmakers.
Yes, I agree with that, man. It's kind of wild, but this Rams team, big bounce back after the loss to the Cardinals. They came out, they looked very average for the first 2 quarters, did they not? And then that third quarter, they just blew them out the water.
Yeah, I love how the announcers they were saying Sean McVay says that he was going to try to get Robert Woods involved in the game more. I was like, yeah, cause y'all was force feeding Cooper Kupp every week, man.
Yeah, they were.
Y'all was force feeding him every week. And don't get me wrong, he's been great in fantasy. There's no complaints of Cooper Kupp's fantasy stock at all. But I guess for those football purists out there, it's get your other guys involved. You got a pretty good tight end. It's okay to run the football every now and then, you know? You don't have to force feed it to to one of your best receivers, even though he is open by a mile.
Yes, he was open by a mile. Great football weekend, by the way. You got Arkansas, Ole Miss down at the Grove. Ole Miss is 17, Arkansas 13. But Ole Miss is a 5.5-point favorite over the Hogs. Sam Pittman, Lane Kiffin, two coaches that I think are having heck of a years. They had tough weeks last week playing Alabama and Georgia. But I think they come out, and I have a feeling that Matt Corral is going to go banana sandwiches. I think the defense is going to be interesting. I think it's going to be a high-scoring affair because KJ can run. You know that Kendall Briles is going to put some points up. He's a great offensive coordinator, and Barry Odom plays some good defense. But I do think it's going to be a shootout, and if you're going to give me a shootout, I'm taking the home team and the Ole Miss Rebels. We also got to talk Oklahoma and Texas. OU. Why are they still ranked in the top 10? They're 6th in the country. I know that they haven't lost yet. But don't you feel like this is the week? Is Steve Sarkisian going to get a big victory, drop Lincoln Riley in their first head-to-head battle? I think Texas is going to be on fire this weekend. I just have a feeling that ever since they got their little tail whipped by Arkansas, they've been playing a lot better football, made a change at quarterback. And I think Texas knocks the Big 12 out of the college football playoff because – bro, Arkansas beat Texas. If Texas beats Oklahoma, Big 12 is out.
Oh, yeah.
The ACC, it's already over. Wake Forest ain't playing in the college football playoff.
NC State is not playing.
And then with what happens in the Pac-12, you've had UCLA fall to Arizona State. You had Oregon lose. Wild stuff over in the Pac. So it looks like, the Big Ten and the SEC are in charge. And could Cincinnati crash the party?
I hope so. I hope so for the sake of the Group of 5 schools. I'm really banking on like all these Power 5 schools just losing their next couple of games and just see if Coastal Carolina can squeeze their way in and just I want to see chaos. I personally want to see chaos with the expansion.
Man, I would like to see a little chaos, especially with the way things are going. It's been a wild couple years. I love a little bit of chaos. Speaking of chaos, did you see the what is going on? How come all these people are fighting? Did you see the White Sox Astros? Dude, this dude got hit by a violent haymaker and knocked cold. Every time I look on Twitter, there's a baseball game, a football game, a basketball game. Somebody's getting in a fight. It's like people forgot how to treat people. It's weird. And then the other thing is, did you see that? Did you see the mascot last night for the Seattle? The actual real eagle with the talons and stuff?
The
Seahawk.
The real hawk?
The real hawk?
No.
Dude, he didn't go back to the handler, like the guy that has the glove on or whatever. He instead flew over and landed on a dude's head.
Hey.
Bro, would you want those talons on your head, man? It looked like that hurt. But he handled himself very well. The people around him were all freaking out and excited. He did go back to the handler eventually, but man.
Was the guy bald by any chance?
He had a very short hairdo, but he was not bald.
Okay.
Interesting.
Okay. That kind of limits the damage a little bit.
It does. It does. We got so many things to get to. I'm very fired up again. We got a big fight this weekend with Tyson Fury, Deontay Wilder. We got NFL. We got college football. We got playoff baseball. October is a great month. We're going to talk with Jake Wimberly. And don't forget Lee Sterling at 12 o'clock. But it's about time to get to the leadoff. Before we do, though, I got to remind you, how do we get to the leadoff? Well, we only get there one way, and that's through Memphis Farmers and the Farmers Insurance Agency. It's the Gatlin Agency. Call them at 901-235-1176. Nobody handles a claim better than Chad Gatlin. Whenever you have an issue, he is there for you. That's what insurance is for. Auto, home, life, business. Anything you can think of. Bundle it all up, by the way. Find out what policy perks are. Go to memphisfarmers.com, get your fast quote today, or call Chad at 901-235-1176. That's 901-235-1176. Again, nobody handles claims better. But there's also something that Chad does that a lot of people don't realize. He can help you set up your financial situation where you are financially secure. You have some savings and investing. He can help you with your business goals. Also, he can help you pay for your kids' education. There's so many things that the Gatlin Agency can do for you. So do me a favor and give him a call at 901-235-1176. Actually, do yourself a favor. Call him at 901-235-1176 or just go to memphisfarmers.com. I'm in the box.
Johnny, on this piece of paper right here are your 3 questions.
Ooh-wee. What we got today?
And these 3 questions are gonna make you think a little bit. Maybe make the listeners and the viewers think a little bit here. So,
down.
question number 1 for you. So Matthew McConaughey is possibly running for governor in the state of Texas.
Whoa.
He's highly contemplating running for governor. And so it got me thinking, because Johnny's a man of the people. You know, the people love Johnny.
Yeah. I like to think that.
If there was a position, any position here in the city of Memphis that you would run for, what would be your sales pitch to the city of Memphis and to these great folks inside of this great city?
Oh man, if he's gonna run for governor of Texas, man, I'm running for governor of Tennessee, baby. I'm gonna be the top dog, and the reason I'm going to be, and the people should probably vote for me if I actually did this, is because you pretty much get what you see. I'm not like, politicians are usually so full of it, it's not even funny. It's coming out their eyes. Me, I'm a straight shooter. I tell you how it is, and by the way, I'll get fists. I'd do a lot of stuff and say, hey man, we got to get some money in Tennessee, baby. I'd get some jobs. I'd probably legalize weed. Yeah, I think, and just the fact that I'm straight up honest. I won't pull a Bill Clinton.
No.
Or an Urban Meyer.
Or Anthony Weiner.
Or an Anthony Weiner. Oh, do you know who Jeffrey Tobin is? Did you hear about him on the Zoom call?
Oh, yeah. Like,
Dude.
he completely, like, mooned the entire
Dude,
Zoom call.
like, come on, Jeffrey. Like, these are the things that you will not have to worry about with me, because I will be honest, I'll be ethical, straightforward, and
You wear a pair of pants.
yeah, and I'll keep my pants on during a Zoom call, and I won't run out walking around going, hey, Monica, come here, I need to talk to you. I'm good. I think that'll work.
Interesting.
Do governors actually have any power? What do they do?
I mean, they obviously, sign the bills into law.
Yeah,
They get an escort everywhere.
I got a nice signature.
Yeah.
I can sign papers.
You're getting escorted. You get, private planes, luxury,
Ooh, yes.
big houses.
All right. Maybe I shouldn't be governor. I might not get a lot of work done. I wouldn't get hardly any work done.
He's gonna turn the governor's house into a Playboy mansion.
That is probably the best.
That's
selling
probably
point.
the best way.
That is genius, actually.
Just turn into a Playboy mansion.
And I'll be the only governor who does all of his interviews in a robe, just like you. All right, what else you got?
So question number 2 here. So Madonna was interviewed by Jimmy Fallon.
The Material Girl?
Yeah. Madonna.
There's no other Madonna, is
There's
there?
only one Madonna.
That's what I thought.
Because her new, I guess, Apple series, Madam X, is coming out. And so she was interviewed about that. So they asked her about movie roles that she turned down or she decided that she wants to do. And she said that she turned down the role of Trinity in The Matrix, the original one. So she completely turned down that role.
That was
And-
a big mistake.
yeah, very big mistake. And so it got me thinking, Johnny, because like I said, you're a character in your own right. What movie would you like to portray in? Any movie that you could think of, either your favorites or the classics. What movie would you not turn down? I'll put it that way.
All right,
Would
so
you not turn down?
I love Cheech and Chong. You keep on knocking, but you can't come in. Excuse me, sir. Can I see your license? Ain't it on the back of the car, man? Like, Cheech and Chong would be great. Plus, they're smoking fat doobies all the time. And did you see the episode where the girl snorts the Ajax and goes crazy? Like, that's a funny, funny situation. I like Cheech and Chong. But have you ever seen Apocalypse Now? Or do you even know what that is?
I have no idea what that is.
Wow, it's really good. Like, you ever heard the statement, nothing like the smell of napalm in the morning?
I feel like I've heard it somewhere, but I have no idea where.
Ooh, I'd love to do a little Apocalypse Now. What else would I do? Oh, Superbad.
Superbad?
Dude, that was funny. Oh, Super Troopers. The snozberries taste like snozberries. If you've ever seen any of these shows, they're either funny or just crazy. Those are the ones I'd actually like to do. Like Apocalypse Now would be awesome. Super Troopers, Super Bad, and Cheech and Chong.
I was kind of upset because I thought you was gonna get the McLovin part.
Dude,
McLovin.
I ain't that skinny.
I mean, I ain't saying. I mean, well, you can recast the role for yourself.
I could do. I think I would be good at being one of the cops that take McLovin all around. You know, like the cops are like the kind of dorky and stuff. I could do that one. I think I'd play a cold cop.
or be one of Johnny Knox's buddies.
You know what I just thought about? That's one show I would never do.
Really?
Johnny Knoxville's shows. What are they called? Because they really hurt themselves.
Yeah.
Did you know homie got bit by a shark? Yeah.
I can't. Nope.
Yeah.
Nope.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like they really messed themselves up. And did you see the one where Butterbean knocked him out cold? Like, why are you gonna let Butterbean punch you in the head?
No, man. Come on.
Oh, that's one I would definitely turn down though.
Interesting.
And what else you got?
So the Memphis Pro Day happened this week, and all the 5-star, 4-star recruits out over at the
tearing it up,
just tearing it up on the court in front of the NBA scouts and execs. And so it got me thinking, because you're a baseball guy, Johnny.
Mm-hmm.
You've been a baseball guy for all your life.
Yep. Still, my old self is still trying to play.
And you still have some athleticism in that body of yours.
Well, that's kind of you to say.
It's in there.
It's
in there. You gotta work it out of you. What is one drill from the NBA Combine that will guarantee you, if you had to do one drill from the NBA Combine that will guarantee you to get drafted? What drill would that be?
Oh my goodness.
So you have the vert, you have the shuttles, you have the baseline to baseline.
Man, that stuff I can't run very well anymore.
You got the shooting drills. You got the cones.
You know what? I'm gonna make you laugh. I'm gonna do all the passing drills. I'm gonna show them how I can do the chest pass really well. I'm gonna be like, hey, watch my bounce pass. I'm also gonna do the overhead pass, wrap around, show them little dribbling skills. But I ain't shooting the rock. I ain't dunking because I can't dunk. And I can't run. So I don't know if there's a drill that I actually can do other than being like, here's the chest pass. Here's the bounce pass. That's the only thing that I think I can do. So you bringing the
vision?
I'm bringing vision, yeah.
Are you sure we could count on you with the vision?
Oh, yes. Oh, yeah. The only thing is if I played for like Sierra Canyon, LeBron James' son, Bronny, have you seen the people that go to those games?
Yeah.
Did you see the girl that Drake picked up?
Oh yeah, that's what's his kid's mom.
Yeah, it is.
I forgot the kid's name.
I just wouldn't be able to pay attention in the game. Like, she's beautiful.
Oh yeah. Like when I saw the picture, I was like, "Whoa, wait a minute! Like, who are you?" Like, and I saw Drake and Michael B courtside. And I'm like,
Yep.
"Yeah, okay, Michael B. All right, Drake, that's nice. Who are you, ma'am? Like, who? What's your name?"
That's why they were there. And by the way, did you know Drake took her on a date to the Dodger Stadium?
I did.
That's pretty cold. Like, he had a waiter, a cook, a table set up on the third baseline of the Dodger Stadium.
That's a baller lifestyle, man.
Man,
that's a baller. I can't be mad at him because that's a baller lifestyle.
Drake don't play no games. Speaking of not playing any games, we got football with Jake Wimberly on the other side. We're going to talk college football hourglass. That's right, CFB hourglass. Jake Wimberly, he's next. We got so much college football to talk about. It's not funny, so don't look at the dial. Don't even think about touching it. Plus, we got gambling with Lee Sterling and a little Hardwood on Sports 56, 98.5 FM.
It's a new show with a new time. But Peter Edmiston and Anthony Sane are back with Sports 56 Grind Time. Weekdays from 1 to 3 on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM.
Need to sell your home? You're in luck because I buy houses. All you have to do is call Bill at 901-406-1101. That's 901-406-1101. Grab that PIN, 901-406-1101, or just save it in your phone. Bill at I Buy Houses. I Buy Houses buys houses in any area, in any condition, at any time, as simple as that. I Buy Houses is guaranteed to close in 5 days. So if you need your cash fast, just call Bill at I Buy Houses, 901-406-1101. Has your house been on the market? Were you just tired of renters? Or is it just time to start over? Well, avoid repairing, cleaning, painting, and prepping your house. Just pick up the phone and call Bill at 901-406-1101. That's Bill at I Buy Houses. If you're in Southwind, South Memphis, North Mississippi, North Memphis, Collierville, if you can hear this, just call my friend, Bill at I Buy Houses, 901-406-1101.
Hi, this is Troy Fiveash, owner of Fiveash Roof Services. If you need a new roof for your home or business, we hope to hear from you and will work hard to earn your business. We are experts and certified in residential and commercial roofing, siding, and gutter installation. I have been serving the Memphis area for over 20 years, and now with 2 of my sons working with me, we plan to be here for years to come. So if you need a roof, please give us a call. On a personal note, what a great time it is to be a Memphis sports fan. With the Grizzlies and the Redbirds and 901 FC, not to mention Tigers football and basketball, it's going to be a fun year. Thanks to Coach Silverfield and Coach Hardaway and their staffs for their dedication to the student and athletes, the University of Memphis, the City of Memphis, and us fans. Fiveash Roof Services, a proud partner of the Memphis Tigers and the official roofer of the Tigers home team. Fiveash Roofing, fair, honest, and ethical. 367-0050 or memphisroofer.com. 367-0050 or memphisroofer.com.
Fiveash Roofing, it's what we do. We're here for you.
Stop paying full price for gas. Download the free Get Upside app and get 25 cents per gallon cash back on every gallon of gas you buy. Don't miss out. Millions of people have earned over $200 cash back every month just by using Get Upside and getting gas, which you were going to do anyways. There's no catch. It's simple and free. Download the free Get Upside app now and use promo code BEAT to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first fill-up. That's promo code BEAT.
Working at Gateway Tire is not just a job, it's a profession. They're looking for career-minded people who want to advance their career in the auto industry. With 5-day work weeks, paid vacation, insurance, 401k plans, and much more, you'll enjoy their hometown approach to customer service. Come by and make Gateway Tire and Service Center the right step for your career.
At Gateway Tire, we go the distance for you.
Mount Moriah Auto Sales. What sets them apart? Great selection, quality, high-end to low-end cars, and low mileage. Mount Moriah Auto Sales is under new management. Ask for Emmett or Steven. Check out their great selection of cars or trucks. Choose from Dodges, Jeeps, Fords, GMCs, Infinitis, Porsches, Range Rovers, Lexus, Mercedes, BMWs, even Bentleys. Mount Moriah Auto Sales also has a great service department with 12 bays for everything from oil changes to alignment to new tires. Go to MountMoriahAutoSales.com. Pick out your like new car or truck today. Mount Moriah Auto Sales, right on the corner and right on the price.
Attention foodies, there's a great new place to eat in a great restored building. South Hall Cafe is now open for breakfast, brunch, and lunch in the former Tobacco Corner. Chef Jesus Ramon is creating classics from scratch with a twist. Enjoy all your favorites, including the best cheese grits in the South, a full bar, an in-house pastry chef, catering, online ordering for curbside or delivery, and a covered patio with live music on the weekends. We're open 7 a.m. to 2 p.m. weekdays and 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. on weekends. South Hall Cafe, corner of Poplar and Mendenhall.
Welcome back to Sports 56 Happy Hour with Johnny Radio. This hour of Sports 56 Happy Hour is brought to you by MemphisFarmers.com. Insurance coverage backed by a local agent and a brand trusted nationwide. We are farmers. MemphisFarmers.com. Here once again is Johnny Radio.
Welcome back to a little Sports 56 Happy Hour. I'm your buddy Johnny Radio. It is a beautiful Friday in the Mid-South. I wonder what's going on down in Jackson, Mississippi. We're going to talk with Jake Wimberly. You can follow him on Twitter at Jake Wim. Don't forget to go to CFB Hourglass. He puts up his winners. Not only did he put up his college winners, his NFL winners, he's got a prediction on the Fury and Wilder fight. So we're going to talk all kinds of wonderful things. And also, if you're down in the Mississippi area, 3 to 6 drive time, 105.9 or 106.3 The Fan. Check him out. It's Jake Wimberly, and he joins us now. Jake, how is life treating you?
John, it's Friday, and the sun is out, and the temperatures are nice, and we got high school football tonight and a little NFL this weekend, capped in between with some great college football. And we're going to top it with a nice Fury Wilder fight tomorrow night, man. It couldn't get any better.
It really can't get any better. And plus, you got, for baseball people out there, you got playoff baseball. Yeah. Everything is going wild. I'm going to start in a very weird direction because We talked about this a little bit earlier in the show. It looks like the Pac-12 has basically shot itself in the foot. Oregon, with their stumble, UCLA lost, Arizona State I definitely don't believe in. I don't believe anybody in the Pac-12 is going to crash this party. I think the ACC is basically cooked. I don't see Wake Forest, actually being the representative of the ACC in some college football playoff. You got the SEC, you got the Big Ten. This week, if Texas drops Oklahoma, it feels like the Big 12 might be out because Texas already lost to Arkansas and just got whipped. Is this the chance is this the year with Cincinnati beating Notre Dame, beating Indiana? They're at home against Temple. They should run this table and win the American. They're at 5 right now. Is Cincinnati going to crash this party?
John Weekly, and I have failed to put this on the website. I put it on the social sites, and I need to just make sure Monday to get this out there. I put out, and I've been doing it for 5 years, I call it my college football playoff projector poll, which basically it has 9 to 11 elements in it, and it's got all kinds of stuff from FPI to strength of schedule, and it's kind of it's an educated guess on how the playoff should unfold. And typically we get really close with that thing within a team or so, or moving, especially in the top 10. Once you get out of the top 10, it gets a little wonky, but Cincinnati I have is number 6 right now with 2 teams that are playing this weekend in Iowa and Penn State. One of them's going to lose. And then, of course, you've got Oklahoma there. They could lose. Yeah, I mean, John, I do not see a situation with just what you framed up. Pac-12's out. The ACC is out. Look, Wake Forest is probably going to lose this weekend to Syracuse. I mean, this is a Syracuse team that is 5-1 against the spread. They're a nice team. Wake Forest has not played their best ball the last 2 weeks. I wouldn't be surprised to see them lose to Syracuse this week. But back to Cincinnati, John. There is going to be a situation where if they do not lose a ball game, they went into Notre Dame and won. They beat Indiana and won. I don't know how the committee can keep them out this year, John. If they keep Cincinnati out with the way college football is, if they run the table, I mean, a lot of people are just going to throw their hands up and say, we're done.
I agree with that 100%. This is Jake Wimberly we're talking about. Go to CFB Hourglass if you love college football and love sports. Now, talking about the Big Ten, you brought up Penn State and Iowa. If you look at Iowa's schedule, like Iowa, if they win this weekend, I feel like Iowa runs the table. I don't know how they do in the Big Ten title game. We'll have to see what happens. But I feel like Iowa has a lot easier path. If Penn State does get this win, they move up yet to number 3 possibly. They still have Ohio State. They still have Michigan. They still have Michigan State. They still have Maryland. They got a tough road to hoe.
They do have a tough road to hoe. The problem with Iowa is very similar to Arkansas. And I'm not ready to say Penn State's going to win the ballgame. I think it'll be a one-possession game. John, Iowa is second in the country in defensive scoring efficiency. They're playing defensive football like crazy. However, 65th in the country offensive scoring efficiency. No team has made the playoff in the last, or at least the playoff in the BCS championship the last 10 to 15 years, that we're not sitting around average offensive defensive scoring efficiency of around 10 to about 17. They don't meet the criteria on a lot of different levels. However, Kirk Ferentz is a very good coach. I would not be shocked to see them at least push into if they win this weekend, to push to that Big Ten championship game. And then, of course, all bets could be off. But right now, I would be concerned about the offensive production for Iowa. I just don't know that it's potent enough to make that kind of run.
I feel you on that one. Yeah, that's the one thing that they don't have much is offense. But my goodness, can that Iowa team play some defense? Speaking of defense, if you look at Georgia, they're probably the best defensive team in the country. I say they're better than Iowa. I even think they're better than Alabama. But Alabama seems a little bit more balanced, and on any Saturday, Alabama can go out there and be a great defensive team. We saw what they did against Ole Miss. But can Georgia, how bad do they need JT Daniels back? Stetson Bennett, is he a guy that can actually lead them to the college football playoff?
I'm not confident in that. I think he's limited. I think we saw that last year with him. He's gotten better. But I was talking about this the other day on my show, and I was on a podcast with a friend talking about Georgia. John, I kind of thought we were past the era, and Nick Saban talked about this in the spring, that, hey, you could hold teams to 14, 17 points, and if your defense was that good, your offense, you were going to generate enough points to win. You'd win off your defense in the run game. Those days are gone. You got to have a gunslinger at quarterback. You got to be able to move sideline to sideline. However, Georgia's defense this year is on pace to do something, statistically in several different, statistical categories that hasn't been done in almost 20 years. They're playing defense at an enormous clip. They're extremely deep. They run the football well. They've got a great offensive line, but they are limited in the passing game. And the one positive for Georgia is it doesn't look like there's an LSU of 2019 sitting on the other side of this thing. Alabama's good, but Alabama's not good last year good. So I think Georgia, if they can just get a quarterback, be it JT Daniels and a Stetson Bennett, the combination that doesn't turn the ball over, that can complete passes above 50, 60%, I think Georgia oddly could win this thing playing defensive football and running the football. I thought those days were done, John, but it could happen this year.
Man, it'd be kind of crazy. And now I just got to ask, is Auburn, Bo Nix last week goes down to Death Valley, does his best Johnny Manziel impersonation, handled the benching extremely well, came out and just played. He played an unbelievable football game. I got to give Bo Nix some love. How bad, though, does Auburn get their brains beat out when they play Georgia? Because that defense ain't playing no games.
No, and Bo Nix made some great plays. He made some Johnny Manziel-esque type plays. You can't live off that. I really think this thing probably gets out of hand for Auburn.
Mm-hmm.
The 15.5 or 15, wherever you get it at your local sports book, I would be comfortable. As a matter of fact, I'm going to play the game for Georgia to cover. I think they just suffocate Auburn this weekend. Auburn a little better than we thought they were probably, but I still think Georgia goes in there and suffocates Auburn. And if they walk into that building and win, by the tune of, say, 30-7, then again, this is just going to, again, kind of solidify the fact that this team is a defensive first team, and they're a team that's just going to smother you, it looks like, week in and week out.
Yeah, and by the way, I can't find a weakness in Georgia's defense, man. Their defensive line, their linebackers, their secondary, they fly around the football and they punish you. Speaking of being punished, LSU Ed Orgeron got a little bit of heat this week for some of his comments. He's basically kind of done this, stuff to himself. They got a huge game, LSU does. They're going to Lexington, Kentucky. They got to play a Kentucky team who's really hype after last week, dropping Florida. The blocked kick, scoop, and score was amazing. Mark Stoops has done a great job. Kentucky's only a 3-point favorite. I'm kind of wondering, who do you like in this one?
On paper, as far as talent and that kind of stuff, you'd have to say, okay, I like LSU to go in there and win. However, I think there's a lot of outside distraction going on. I think that's apparent for LSU. Quarterback play is very average at best. They've got some players out. Stingley Jr.'s out. They've got several other players out. I really like Kentucky in this matchup. Now, Ed Orgeron has rarely lost back-to-back ball games. In his tenure at LSU, I don't know that he's actually done that. I think, as a matter of fact, he has not. But he's got to have this game. If he loses this weekend against Kentucky, John, this could be it for him. I already feel like it may already be it for him. But if he loses this weekend, that's just gas on the fire.
And by the way, when we bring up Edo, we know about the championship. Had Joe Burrow, historic year, Jamar Chase. Everybody's going crazy. Do you think that he's going to get fired for his on the field antics, or do you think he's going to get do you think that they're just getting kind of tired of him running around campus with no shirt on? And then the comments that he made the other day about down in what did he say down in Baton Rouge, because he had a prank caller, and he basically said that. You come see me, and he said, we go down in the bayou. We got a nice little fishing hole for people like that. Is he taking a little more heat than you expected from that comment?
Well, I think it's probably compounding because of, not only just, I think everybody's tired of the state. Look, if you're winning national titles, you can go Tigers and take your shirt off all you want. People don't care. But when you start losing ball games and you start treading backwards and, you're starting to see trends in the talent on the roster where there's some, for sure talent gaps there amongst some position groups. And then, by the way, he's still, defended inside of a big $50 million lawsuit. And then hiring last year 2 guys that didn't work out, that never touched campus. I get COVID was going on and it was extremely hard to get around. He's made some boneheaded decisions on the coaching side. I think it's just a collective, a bunch of stuff together. And then when you make a comment like you did this week on the radio, then that just kind of amplifies the whole thing. He needs something good to happen, and beating Kentucky would be a great place to start, and then not talking a whole lot.
I agree with that 100%. Now, do you believe that there's any chance, because I know you're down in Jackson, you know a lot about the Mississippi State scene, the Ole Miss scene, everything that's going on. Football is as good as anybody in the world. Go to CFB Hourglass, get Wim's picks. Plus, follow Jake on Twitter at Jake Wim. You put your picks out there every week. I've been following a lot of your picks, by the way. You've been doing good this year. I appreciate that. But
you're welcome, sir.
But Lane Kiffin, there's all these, LSU people that I'm still friends with down in, like Jefferson Parish. I talked to a few people like Ezra and stuff, and he's a big LSU guy. And he's in his mind thinks that they can go out and get Lane Kiffin to come to LSU. If that happens, they're talking like, oh, we'll win a national championship again, blah, 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 blah. Could you actually see Lane leaving after what he did in Tennessee, after the way things ended at USC? Could you actually see him leaving Ole Miss, or is this just the perfect fit for him?
Let's just play this out. Let's say the job does come open. Look, Kiffin is not a guy that, that's going to be in Oxford for 10 years. I don't know that anybody believes that.
Okay.
What is his next move? I mean, look, Mullen got to Starkville, and I think he stayed probably 4 years longer than he wanted to, or maybe even 5.
Mm-hmm.
But, for Kiffin, it's all about fit. Does it fit? As he continues to win in Oxford, his name's going to pop up for all of these jobs. He's not going back to USC. That's not going to happen. If Florida State was to come open, would his name come up? Absolutely. Baton Rouge? Absolutely. Pick these jobs. As long as he continues to win, it's going to come up. But yes, I do think Lane Kiffin, who's done all the right stuff at Ole Miss. I mean, he hasn't, I know he got criticized this past weekend for the 4th down call. I totally get it and understand it after listening to him talking about his analytical system and how they go by the rules and the books and all that stuff. But yes, to answer your question, I could see a case where he could look at it and go, you know what? I'm inside the Southeastern Conference. I love where I'm at. It's a lot of money, but I can do what Nick Saban did, and I can go into Baton Rouge. And Nick Saban talked about this candidly before. He said, hey, what attracted me from Michigan State to Baton Rouge was I looked down and said, hey, I've got a whole state to myself. I've got recruits to myself. I mean, I can literally just stack a roster, and I've got NFL kids on it right here in my state. So, yes, I think from a football standpoint and a recruiting-based standpoint and a monetary standpoint, I could see Lane Kiffin, if that does come open, I could see him considering that job and considering it mightily.
Now, speaking of a Lane, they play Arkansas, Ole Miss, Arkansas, 11 a.m. from Oxford. The Grove's going to be bumping early in the morning. People are going to be all lathered up and fired up. It's a huge game, 17 Ole Miss, 13 Arkansas, but Ole Miss is a 5.5-point favorite. Do you like Arkansas, Sam Pittman, Kendall Briles, and Barry Odom, or do you like what they're doing over there with, Lane Kiffin in that offense, just what they've done? Their defense has got a lot better, and just playing Alabama is different. We saw how Arkansas struggled against Georgia. You got two teams that had just devastating losses. Which coaching staff is able to get his kids to regroup, and who has the good game and who wins?
This game is an unbelievable, or one of the best games of the weekend. It's really unbelievable football game, and both teams are having to come up off the mat because they both got knocked out, like you said. So I tend to lean Ole Miss a little bit in the ball game just because it's at home. I like both of these staffs. Ole Miss does have some players that are banged up, and there's some interesting storylines here. One, Georgia kind of showed the blueprint that we all figured Texas and Texas A&M would do, which is Arkansas can't throw the football. I like KJ Jefferson, but they cannot throw the football. So, can Ole Miss stack it up and then force KJ Jefferson to make some plays with his arm? How does that look? And then, Ole Miss is that, Jonathan Mingo is out for the year with a foot injury. They've had some, bumps and bruises with Ely and some of the other kids. So how does that offense look as well? I still think Ole Miss, if I was playing the game, I would play Ole Miss to cover by just a little bit. I wouldn't be shocked to see Arkansas, jump out and control this thing and make it a 4-quarter ball game and possibly win. However, the play is under 66.5. I don't think this game gets close to 66.5 this weekend.
Oh, man, I like it. I like it a lot. Now, I got to ask you about this. What is Dan Mullen doing, by the way? Is he going to stick with Emory Jones, or is he going to go to the superstar, Anthony Richardson, who just – I know he's young. Look, you've already lost 2 games. You lost to Bama. You lost to Kentucky. Is it time to put in the young kid, or is Dan going to stick with Emory?
Dan Mullen, and I'm going back in my head with you asking that and remembering his time at Mississippi State, he had Tyson Lee his first year in Starkville, and then once the season kind of spiraled, he went to Chris Relf, which ended up playing, the next 3 years. Tyler Russell was the next guy that came in. Once Tyler and Mississippi State lost a couple games, he went to Dak Prescott. So I would have to say that possibly he could make that move. Absolutely. You lost a couple games now. They're not going to win the SEC East. Dan Mullen needs some momentum. Look, I don't know how it's been on your show, but down here, and we've got a lot of Florida fans here, oddly, in Jackson, Mississippi, in the central Mississippi area. They just cannot get by the fact that Mullen has lost to Kentucky twice in the last 4 years.
Yep.
And, because typically they never lose to Kentucky. So, Mullen is not in any danger, I think, of losing his job. But I do think he needs a spark, and it could be Anthony Richardson, and I wouldn't be shocked to see him go that direction.
Man, it's Jake Wimberly. Make sure you go to CFBHourglass.com. Get all of his wins because my man is doing nothing but win, win, win. Now, we've talked college football. I do want to know, who you got in the Fury Wilder fight?
You know, this is so fun. John, I'm a huge fight guy. I love MMA and UFC and what Dana White has done and the way he was able to really kind of carry us sports fans through last year with Fight Island.
Mm-hmm.
And I love boxing. I'm an old boxing guard. I'm glad to see the heavyweight division back. I still lean Tyson Fury. John, if you want a little numbers here on this, Tyson Fury typically wins his fights around 7 to 8. And Deontay Wilder, for the first 21 fights, he was knocking guys out in the first 3 rounds.
Mm-hmm.
However, the last 11 fights, his fights have stayed above the 7 card, which is probably why you see Vegas sit this thing at around 7.5. I think Wilder is going to have to knock Fury out early if he's going to do it. I don't think that's going to happen. I like Tyson Fury to win this thing in a TKO, John, in the 8th round.
I love it. Jake Wimberly. Follow him on Twitter at Jake Wim. Make sure you listen to him on ESPN's 105.9 and the Fan 106.3. Tell Beaver I said what's up, and let's start doing this on a regular basis, brother.
Hey, let's do it, and we'll get you on down here next week, and we'll volley it back and forth.
All right, sounds perfect. Be blessed, Jake.
See you, brother. Have a good one.
That's my buddy, Jake Wimberly. Again, make sure you follow him on Twitter. He does so many wonderful things. He's all up in football. He's a Maxwell voter. He's a Biletnikoff voter. He's a CFB college football analyst. He does it all. Jake Wimberly, and he joined us just now. And I hope that you follow him on Twitter because he does put out a lot of free plays. And CFB Hourglass, he puts out his weekly picks. And I'll tell you one thing, I follow him every single week. And he's kind of been in fuego. He's been very, very hot. Speaking of hot, do you want to look hot? You want to look good in the Grove this week? Do you know where Frontier Western Store is? Oh, man, it's right down in Olive Branch, 5880 Goodman Road, down in Olive Branch. You can shop there Monday through, every day. They're open 7 days a week. Their hours are a little bit different. Monday through Saturday, they're open from 9 to 7. On Sunday, 1 to 6. But you can shop 24/7, 365. Just at frontierwesternstore.com. They ship their orders out within 24 hours. Any order of $75 or more is shipped absolutely free. They have the largest boot showroom on planet Earth. They have all the jeans that you're looking at. The men, they got the Carhartt, the Wranglers, Ariat. Ladies, they got Miss Me, Girly Girl. They have a children's department. They got a ladies' boutique. You can shop from your great-grandchild all the way to your great-grandmother. Everybody in between. Frontier Western Store will keep you styling and profiling. Don't you dare touch that dial. We're coming back. Sports 56, 98.5 FM.
This is Brett Norsworthy, and I want to thank you for listening through all these years and want you to continue listening to Sports 56 and 98.5 FM from 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. every day, and to me with Gabe Kuhn on Sports Time with Gabe and Stats every afternoon from 3 to 6 p.m. on AM 560 and 98.5 FM.
Hewlett & Dunn Boot and Clothing Company, we have it all. From handmade Amish leather belts, fine and casual clothing, boots, casual boots, work boots, fancy boots, and even safety-toed boots. Lots of cowboy hats to choose from, even Nebo lights, Orco hard coolers, good-looking duck head dress shirts, duck head caps, shorts, and pants. Tons of jeans from Ariat, Wrangler, Devil Dog, and Kimes Ranch jeans. At Hewlett & Dunn, we have a great selection of Old South t-shirts and caps. Fine clothing from dress to casual to Sunday best. Enjoy choosing from UFO's orthopedic approved shoes. Hewlett & Dunn Boot and Clothing Company. Boots of every size, every color, every skin. Great quality Western, work, and safety toe boots. Hewlett & Dunn Boots and Clothing Company. 111 North Center Street, Collierville. Hewlett & Dunn. Hewlett & Dunn, serving you and your family since 1961.
What will you do if there's a sudden food shortage? Given recent headlines, it seems likely, and at any moment. That's why it makes common sense to build your emergency food storage supply now, while you still can. Do it with the kind of food that stays fresh for up to 25 years in storage. Food that doesn't go bad like what you get at the grocery store. Whose food should you trust? The largest preparedness company in America, My Patriot Supply. We've served millions of American families going on 14 years. At MyPatriotSupply.com, our mission is your survival. Our emergency food could definitely be your lifesaver when the peanut butter hits the fan. Choose from dozens of delicious meal kits that provide over 2,000 calories a day, which is what your body needs. Order today and your food will ship fast in unmarked boxes to protect your privacy. Don't wait. Go to MyPatriotSupply.com right now. MyPatriotSupply.com.
I'm Gary York. I'm the service director at Lexus of Memphis. Our service department wants to be more than just a place where you get your oil changed. We do glass repair, windshield replacement, recalibration of your camera and sonar systems, even wheel repair, tire replacement, all the things you would expect from a luxury automotive dealer. Please check out our website. You can schedule your appointment, check out our specials, hours of operation, or if you'd like to do it in person, please reach out to one of our associates at 901-271-5199.
Hi, this is John Conway with Conway Services. School's back in. Are the kids going to be running out of hot water every morning? Or worse, are you going to be out of hot water by the time they leave? It may be time for a tankless water heater from Conway Services that never runs out of hot water. And since it only heats the water you use, you'll be saving money on your gas bill every month. At Conway Services, we're making now the perfect time to replace that old energy-guzzling tanked water heater with 12 months to pay, interest-free. Or I'll give you $250 for that old tanked water heater. See why I say now's the perfect time? And no more worrying about that tank bursting in your attic either. So call Conway Services, the Mid-South's premier tankless water heater professionals at 384-3511. That's 384-3511. And the first 30 callers with a 10-year-old water heater will come out and inspect it absolutely free.
Call 384-3511. Conway Services. Call Conway today.
Action247.com is your Tennessee sportsbook for same-day pay. Action247.com. Local, legal. A sportsbook by Tennesseans, for Tennesseans. Win a little or win a lot. Action247 has same-day pay. The other guys make you wait for your winnings. No more waiting with Action247 same-day pay. Visit us online at Action247.com. Local, legal. Action247. You got action.
Problem gambling? Call 1-800-889-9789.
It's finally fall, and that means it's time for the baseball playoffs and the beginning of the Grizzlies season. And there's no better place to enjoy those games than at Sweetgrass Next Door in the heart of Cooper Young. Along with the longtime favorite menu items like shrimp and grits and the beef carpaccio, there are lots of new menu items created by real chefs for you to enjoy. And you'll really enjoy the Tall Boys six-packs for just $15. If you love baseball and the Grizzlies and great food and great drink prices, you can't beat Sweetgrass Next Door, Memphis's great neighborhood bar in the heart of Cooper Young.
Welcome to Sports 56 Happy Hour with Johnny Radio. The first hour of Sports 56 Happy Hour is brought to you by MemphisFarmers.com. Insurance coverage backed by a local agent and a brand trusted nationwide. We are farmers. MemphisFarmers.com. Now, here is your host, Johnny Radio himself, John Harden.
Chair like he's just sitting there. Once I almost saw him make his move. Brave Indian who never changes his mood in a painting on the wall right there. Oh, how
Welcome back to a little Sports 56 Happy Hour. I am your buddy Johnny Radio. Zach Boyd's up in the house with me today. He's my good buddy. By the way, Zach, man, how do the people follow you?
Oh, you can follow me on Rack City Zach on Twitter.
Rack City Zach on Twitter. You can follow me at Johnny_Radio. Don't forget you can watch us on YouTube, Twitch, and at Sports 56 WHBQ, WHBQ.com. Now, we have baseball on today. 1 o'clock the games start. A lot of good games today. There's one game that's really sticking out. The White Sox, the Astros game at 1 o'clock is going to be a difficult one to play. I'm kind of leaning Braves at 3. But the Red Sox and the Rays, I feel like the Red Sox are sunk. Chris Sale has not been Chris Sale. He did not look good in his last outing. And right now you just have to say the Rays are just playing the game different than anybody. They're not just dependent on the home run. Yes, they got home runs from Nelson Cruz, but you have Wander Franco, who doubled to deep center, scoring a Randy Arozarena. You had Diaz get an infield single. Next thing you know, Franco scores himself. Cruz homers. You have Arozarena homer. And then you had Randy Arozarena steal home last night. Like that was so it blew my mind. That's called scouting. You know, a guy doesn't pay attention to you over at third base. It's got a kind of a slow delivery, leaving you alone, and you jump it like that in the postseason. That takes scouting. They do great job, GM. They don't have the highest payroll. They just keep bringing in these guys who keep plugging and plugging and plugging away. That's why they won 100 games, and I expect them to play in the World Series.
And you can see in the video where the guy had his back turned, and immediately when I saw his back turn, I was like, "Oh yeah, dude.
He's gone.
Yeah, like he gone.
He gone.
He gone. Like that is aggressive base running that they pretty much teach you in high school.
Mm-hmm.
Like if the pitcher has his back turned, like just go.
Take off.
Just take off.
Man, he took off. It was amazing to watch. Speaking of amazing, Chris Taylor's walk-off job, against the Cardinals. Sorry for the Cardinals fans that had that happen to him. But the Dodgers are playing San Francisco. And I don't know, man. I feel like they got a little mo going. The Giants have outperformed all year long. Nobody expected this. So I kind of like the Dodgers as well today because Logan Webb has had a great year. He's not Walker Buehler. Can San Francisco hit? Absolutely. But so can the Dodgers. I'm going with the pitcher. I'm also going the team, where you have Chris Taylor hitting that walk-off home run. It just kind of gets you a little bit fired up. I think the Dodgers and the Rays are the two plays that I really like today in baseball. I love playoff baseball. You think the Braves have a chance actually today?
I think so.
Am I overlooking? Am I trying to think too hard?
No, I think they got a chance. If the home run ball comes in bunches for this team, I think they got a chance.
Yeah, and they've been pretty good over their last 20. Man, I like Charlie Morton, and Corbin Burns has had such a good season, but his worst outing of the year was against the Atlanta Braves. So we're going to see what happens today at 3:30 with the Braves and the Brewers. Don't forget, 1 o'clock, you got the White Sox Astros. Tonight, Dodgers, San Francisco, and kind of snuck in between about 6 o'clock on FS1. You got Boston and Tampa Bay, and I think Tampa Bay just goes out there and rolls tonight. We got some football tonight. We got some gambling to do this weekend. We got NFL, college football, and we're going to talk all about that with Lee Sterling of Paramount Sports. He's on the other side, but I have to remind you something. If you need to sell your house, any area, as simple as that. If you're behind on your payments, don't let them foreclose on you, man. Call 901-406-1101. If you're tired of renters who aren't paying you, 901-406-1101. If you just want to move and get out and get your cash and don't feel like fixing up the house and doing a whole bunch of work on it, 901-406-1101. Call my buddy Bill at I Buy Houses. Bing, bang, boom. I just sold your house. It really is that easy. 901-406-1101. That's 901-406-1101. Call my buddy Bill at I Buy Houses. We'll be back in 2 shakes with Lee Sterling from Paramount Sports on Sports 56, 98.5 FM.
At Jason's Deli, when you're dining in or picking up curbside, you can expect wholesome food and no surprises, just delicious sandwiches, crisp salads, and quick quality meals made with the freshest ingredients and no artificial trans fats, MSG, high fructose corn syrup, or artificial colors and dyes. Around here, a lot of thought goes into what we put into our food and what we take out of it, because you're not just taking a bite, you're getting a taste of who we are. New items are constantly being created to expand our menu for all tastes and special diets with vegan and gluten-free options available. Convenience and on-time delivery you can count on. It's just a click away at jasonsdeli.com, so whether you need to feed 5 people or 5,000, the team at Jason's Deli, they have the credentials and the commitment to keep you satisfied. Freshness is nearby at Jason's Deli with locations at Ridgeway in the Park Place Center, Poplar and Highland, Germantown Road in Cordova, and on Goodman Road in Olive Branch. Jason's Deli. It's wholesome food and no surprises.
Brian Elders Roofing Solutions.
I'm Brian Brian Elder, 867-0303. Hurricane season is upon us. Is your roof ready? Are your shingles laying down and sealed properly? Call me right now, 867-0303. They say you get what you pay for. That's why my opinion is free. Maybe you've got years of life left in your roof. If so, I'll tell you that. But if I find storm damage or a compromised roof system, I'll lay out some options for you. Don't let them tell you it needs to be replaced if it only needs a repair. Call me, 867-0303. Has your insurance company already seen it and rejected your claim? Maybe they're correct. Most of the time, they're not. They do tend to become more reasonable once I get involved, though. 867-0303. I'll measure your roof from outer space or BrianElderRoofing.com.
Call 867-0303. Brian Elder's Roofing Solutions.
There's an institution in East Memphis that I love talking about. It's the Spirit Shop at 4848 Poplar Avenue, right down the street from Clark Tower, and it looks like a log cabin. It's been around Memphis since 1969 with a family-owned, friendly, knowledgeable sales staff that is just a wonderful place to go. I love going in and talking wine or bourbons, and they've got such great selection. So if you've not visited the Spirit Shop in a while, it's been remodeled. You'll love what you see when you need spirits. Tell Eddie Wollo said hello.
Is your wife asking you to stop eating junk food? Well, we have you covered at Humdinger's. It's quick and it's healthy, and most important, it tastes amazing. With many choices from salmon salad to rainbow trout and grilled asparagus. Come visit us for lunch at Humdinger's, 6300 Poplar Avenue. So good, Coach Penny eats with us weekly. Don't forget, Humdinger's offers full-service catering for weddings, social events, or your corporate lunches. You can call 901-260-8292 to find out more.
Did you know nearly 40% of men under 40 and over 75% of men over the age of 40 experience sexual performance concerns? At the Memphis Men's Clinic, their experienced physician performs a comprehensive evaluation that determines which specific issues may interfere with your sexual performance. These issues can vary and range from anxiety to medical issues, low testosterone, or erectile dysfunction. The Memphis Men's Clinic has evaluated hundreds of men of all ages over the years and reestablished a normal sexual life. The Memphis Men's Clinic will work aggressively to resolve issues and allow you to restore your sexual health and overall well-being. That's the Memphis way. If you're 20 years old or 90 years old, come and get cared for the Memphis way. Treatment that's based on your specific needs after a professional clinical evaluation by their experienced board-certified physician. Call the Memphis Men's Clinic today at 901-443-0475 or visit memphismensclinic.com.
We are Sports 56 WHBQ Memphis and W253DF Memphis, Flynn Broadcasting Stations. Welcome back to Sports 56 Happy Hour with Johnny Radio. This hour of Sports 56 Happy Hour is brought to you by Tito's Vodka. Here once again is Johnny Radio.
What is up? Welcome back to a little Sports 56 Happy Hour. Sorry about that. I'm your buddy Johnny Radio. Man, it sounds like I'm getting a little bit of a cold or something going on, man. I'm telling you, I don't like that. But I do like the lineup that we have. We got baseball all day. We got some college football, NFL Week 5, Arkansas, Ole Miss. And we're going to talk with Paramount Sports' Lee Sterling about Tennessee, South Carolina, Georgia, and Auburn, Tulsa, and Memphis. And then in the National Football League, we got KC, Buffalo, Josh Allen, and Patrick Mahomes. Tennessee's playing Jacksonville as well. What are they going to do with that? We get the whole Urban Meyer saga that's going down. A lot of stuff that we're going to get to. Plus the game of the week, I'm going to tell you how you can get that absolutely free from Lee. It's Alabama minus 15.5. They're playing Texas A&M. So we're going to rock and fire. And I got to remind you, Paramount Sports, just go to ParamountSports.com. Check it out. I'm telling you, Lee has all of his stuff. Plus, there's a fight this weekend. My man does MMA. He does everything. But you can call him at 800-400-9741. That's 800-400-9741 to get the plays. He joins me now. Lee, how is life?
Life's good. I'm actually going to see my daughter in New York City and leaving tomorrow morning. So she'll be going with me and my wife. We spend usually 4 or 5 hours in the sports bar on Saturdays and Sundays, but doing some other things. We'll be eating some great pizza, and we'll be going to a show and seeing the place that I funded.
So when did you? I didn't know. When did your daughter move up to New York?
So she graduated from North Carolina School of the Arts in May. She worked this summer at Woodstock Playhouse in Woodstock, New York. And then she moved there August 15th. So auditioning for stuff. We'll see. No one knows. I mean, these days, the school that she went to, I had a bunch of kids we thought were going to go. It's an acting school, but every kid can sing. I thought a couple of the kids were going to go to Broadway right away, but the class above them has two girls. One this girl is drop gold. I mean, just incredible as a singer. And she ends up the lead with Ben Affleck in a movie coming out soon.
Oh, my goodness.
And she just signed with Disney Plus, so nothing with Broadway, but she's now going to be a superstar. And the other girl, I thought, oh, okay, she's probably Broadway, or she's more comedic. And she ends up getting a drama, Law and Order. So we'll see. They say my daughter's at the top of the class, or her class, as far as the girls. The problem is sometimes you can get it right away, or sometimes it takes a year or two. So hopefully it's sooner rather than later before my money runs out.
Yeah, I feel you on that one, Lee. Now,
but she's happy. She's happy. She got a job.
That's all that matters.
Hillstone. If anyone's in Manhattan and goes to Hillstone, you might run into her there. So she's going to be a server. Got to work too. Got to help out. So.
Yes. Speaking of helping out, though, a lot of people are very thankful from your plays this year.
Yeah.
You're winning like it's going out of style. We got some great games this weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Let's get to the games.
Yep.
I want to talk about Josh Heupel's Tennessee Vols. They're playing South Carolina. I can't believe Tennessee's a 10.5-point favorite over anybody.
Yep.
But, man, South Carolina is kind of a bad football team. Two bad football teams playing. Who do you like in this one and why?
Well, I think Tennessee's turning the corner. There's a couple teams out. Tennessee and Nebraska looked like different teams last week. Now they were playing Missouri. So, let's temper the enthusiasm. But this game is like a thoroughbred playing against a mule. Right now, Hendon Hooker has confidence. They've got some playmakers on offense at running back, receiver. The Gamecocks, Luke Doty, is a game manager. You want to talk about a guy with like a pop gun arm and limited weapons at receiver. That's this team, and their defense will fight for a while, but only for so long. I like the Vols here big, 38-17.
Ooh, 38-17. Yep. Vol Nation is going to be happy. I know my cousin Bob out there. He's going to be very excited. He's a big UT fan.
Right.
Now, Georgia, that defense is nasty.
Yeah.
I mean, nasty. But Bo Nix put on his best Johnny Manziel impersonation last week in Death Valley against LSU. Does Auburn have a chance to keep this within 15?
It's going to be tough, really tough. And, give them credit. They fought the last couple weeks, and they won last week. But problem here is Bo Nix is not going to be able to freelance. You freelance against this defense, you're going to pay a big price. So I just think that there's Georgia and then like a big difference between 2 and 3, Iowa, and also Penn State's defense here. They've allowed only 23 points all year. Teams are running for just 2.3 yards per carry against them and 4.7 yards per pass attempt. They won the game 27-6 last year. It doesn't make any difference if JT Daniels or Stetson Bennett play quarterback. I like Georgia big, 34-7.
I like Georgia, too. That makes me feel a lot better because I'm just thinking to myself, look, Bo Nix, like you said, he can't go Johnny Manziel running around because he'll get crushed. That defensive line and those linebackers don't play no games.
Those couple big plays. If he plays Georgia, those will turn into interceptions and maybe return for touchdowns or fumbles.
Mm-hmm. Now, everybody here in Memphis is a little bit sad. The Tigers started off great, 3-0, beat Mississippi State, and then all of a sudden it feels like the wheels have fallen off. They're an underdog on the road against Tulsa. Tulsa minus 3.5. You like Tulsa or you like Memphis?
So I like Memphis here, and here's why. They laid a stink bomb last week against Temple. They allowed Temple quarterback Mathis to complete 35 passes. I think even though they're not good on defense, I think they're going to take pride. I think they're going to change some things up. Tigers are 2-4 road games since Mike Norvell left, 0-6 against the spread. I just think that Bren, the quarterback for Tulsa, just has looked awful of late. delivering the ball late. I mean, you can't throw the ball late against teams that have some guys that take some chances. And I think they'll watch the film, that 45-10 loss they had to Houston. Offensive line also failed to protect him adequately. And Memphis just has more playmakers. They lost by 3 each of the last 2 games. I think they're going to win by 3 here, 34-31.
Ooh, wrong team favored.
Yep, right.
Let's take the Tigers, baby. I love that. I need this one, man, at least for some morale. Now, the National Football League has been wild. I can't believe I was very, very soft. I played just a little bit on the Rams last night. I should have known better after the way they played against the Cardinals. They were going to bounce back. But, Seattle's defense hadn't been good at all. But in the National Football League, the game that I'm looking at, it's all about the quarterbacks. You got Josh Allen. You got Patrick Mahomes. Kansas City is a 2.5-point favorite versus Buffalo. Who do you have?
Now, I think that Buffalo's the better team. But when you play Kansas City, you better have your secondary ready to go. Jordan Poyer, one of their safeties, game-time decision.
Uh-oh.
Both cornerbacks, probable and questionable with a neck and an ankle injury. I think both might play, but you got to have everyone 100%. And they've been chirping, as is Buffalo, since the offseason. They've been talking about, if they had 4 or 5 more minutes, they would have won the game. Patrick Mahomes went out of that game in the third quarter with a concussion. He stays in that game, they win by double digits. So I love Josh Allen. I respect him. I think he's going to put up 27 to 33 points here in this game. Difference is just Patrick Mahomes going up against this Buffalo depleted secondary for this game spells trouble for Buffalo. What they try to do is they try to funnel everything into the safeties. Both their safeties, I think they're the best 2 combo safeties in football right now in the NFL. They really can decipher plays. They make tackles. They don't miss tackles like a lot of these, NFL secondary guys do. They don't miss tackles, and they make plays on the ball, either knocking the ball away or make interceptions. But Poyer's not able to go. They're in trouble here. Give me Kansas City. Should be a great game here, 37-30.
37-30. Ooh, that's also that gets you over the over the total right there.
Yeah.
I kind of like that bad boy. It's sitting at 56 right now. Chiefs, Patrick Mahomes, Andy Reid, Eric Bieniemy. I think it's going to be nasty, nasty, nasty. By the way, what do you think? Just a little side thing. What about the Josh Gordon signing? Do you think he's actually going to play meaningful football this year?
I think he'll play some, but I just think it's almost impossible. The time that he's missed to come back and play at a high level. Very, very. He's a freakish athlete, definitely here. But I just think it's too tough.
2 years out is definitely not going to be easy. Now, speaking of tough, Tennessee Titans, this team is like, they're weird, man. They play really good football against some good teams. They played some really bad football against some good teams. Now they're playing Jacksonville. The whole Urban Meyer situation that's going on right now. A lot of things are swirling around the Jags.
Yep.
Why are the Titans only a 4.5-point favorite, and who do you like?
I think it's a trap here. So, I think it's a real trap, and I think they're going to have trouble. It looks like Julio may not play in this game, and if he can't go, they've got problems. You saw what happened last week, and Jacksonville, played a great half. They're going to win a game. I mean, they have some decent talent there, and they're starting to put it together. They just, couldn't put a full game together, and the defensive backfield still not good enough for Tennessee. Also, their linebackers not making plays, so why not? Hate to say it. I think Jacksonville's going to get their first win here, 28-24.
Man, does this take a little pressure off of Urban Meyer?
Yeah. He needs that win bad.
Man, he does.
He's probably not going to last more than a year anyway, but he might be able to make it through to the end of the year.
Oh, he needs it so bad it's not even funny. The Titans, that whole division is just weak sauce. It's kind of sad, actually. Now, how do people get the game of the week? You got Alabama minus 15.5 playing Texas A&M. Yep. Tell the people out there who are listening how they can get the game of the week from you.
Yeah, just call us right now. 800-400-9741. Again, the number 800-400-9741. Been a great year. I mean, every sport. We haven't had a down time at all. Have not had a losing month now in almost 2.5 years. So you want to hop on board, you can get not October, Locktober, 4 weeks of football through the end of October, just $297. If you're into the baseball playoffs, how about this price? $97 for everything through the World Series. We're on a 4-month tear in baseball. You can get the rest of the season in football for $8.97, and we'll throw in UFC through December 31st, plus also baseball.
So I get college football. Hold on. I get college football, NFL. I get baseball through the World Series and UFC through December for just $8.97.
That's it. That's special of the week. And hockey starts on Tuesday. We're number one in the world. You can look it up at covers.com. Sell our picks at 37 handicappers there. $100 to $500 better there. Made over $22,000 on our picks for the year. We more than doubled the next number 2 place guy there, and then basketball NBA starts the Tuesday after, so everything's up and available. Go one place, ParamountSports.com.
It's Locktober. He's Lee Sterling. He joins me now at noon. Are we going to be able to work this noon?
Noon every week.
Heck yeah, noon every single week. Don't forget to get the free play, 800-400-9741. The game of the week, 800-400-9741. Lee, have a blessed day, and we'll do it again next Friday, my brother. And enjoy New York.
New York Monday. I'm going tomorrow morning early, and I'll be back Monday night. So
be blessed, my brother.
You too, bud.
That's care. Lee Sterling, Paramount Sports. Check him out. He doesn't play any games. Speaking of not playing any games, I don't play any games. When I tell you something, I'm telling you straight up the truth. Do you know where the best country club is on planet Earth? It's Cypress View Golf and Recreation. That's right. It's over in Marion, Arkansas, 10 minutes from downtown. It's only $199 for a family membership. That's for a whole month. You get all the carts. Like every time you go play golf, you get a cart. You don't have to pay extra for it. Whenever you want to go to the range, they give you a big old bucket of balls. Go out there and hit to your heart's content. Plus, they have a fitness center. They have an Olympic-sized pool. They have tennis courts. They have a great grill. You get I'm talking about their Philly flatbread is one of my favorite things I've ever eaten. They got cold beer. Everything is wonderful. Give them a call at 870-739-6305. That's 870-739-6305. Set your tee time today, or go ahead and talk to them about, hey, I want this family membership. 18-hole regulation course, undulating greens, beautiful fairways. There's water. It is absolutely amazing. It's the number one country club in the Mid-South. That's Cypress View Golf and Recreation. Check them out at cypressviewgolf.com. Oh, my goodness. Now, me and Lee just talked about some games. There's a couple games that I also like myself that I'm going to tell you a little bit about, and I'm going to tell you why. One, Jets and the Falcons. Did you think the Falcons would actually have a win this year or play even decent? Not me. Did you think the Jets would have actually won a game last week? Not me. But I will say one thing. The two worst teams, I think, are playing each other in football, and it's in London. Did you know the game was in London, by the way?
Yeah. I actually got fantasy players that's playing in this game.
Oh, so make sure you get them in your lineup and be ready, because that thing is at 8:30 in the morning.
I know. I got Cordell in my wide receiver spot right now.
Ooh, nice. I have to say it's an 8:30 a.m. game. Yes, you get football from 8:30. You get football at noon. You get football at 3:30. And then you get the nightcap, which is going to happen, and it's going to be really awesome because Bills and the Chiefs are Sunday Night Football. You can catch all the action, by the way, right here on Sports 56, 98.5 FM, starting at 12. We don't have the 8:30 game, but we have the Packers and the Bengals, the Browns at the Chargers at 3, the Bills at the Chiefs at 7, and don't forget Monday night, we got the Colts at the Ravens. Now, games that I love to gamble. Cardinals, are they going to be 5-0 through the first 5 weeks? And are the 49ers going to fall to 2-3? Not so fast, my friend. I have a feeling that this Kyler Murray, who's right now right at the top of the MVP vote, the Arizona is a 5-point favorite. They got a great defense. Their linebackers, there's Budda Baker, Xavier Collins, Isaiah Simmons. They got J.J. Watt doing his thing. Chandler's coming around the corner slapping people. It's just a really good football team. But I almost feel like this is just like a trap game. The 49ers need this bad boy. Like, they need it so bad it's not funny. And they have a good enough defense. They did not look great last week, I'm not going to lie. But don't you think that Kyle Shanahan has these 49ers prepared? They know how tough this division is. The NFC West, Arizona's trying to run away with this jaunt. The Rams are right there, one game behind them. If the 49ers lose to the Cardinals, I feel like they're sunk in week 5. You can't be 2-3 in the NFC West. So I think that 49ers are going to come out there with their best foot forward. Do you think I'm nuts?
No. I think in order for the 49ers to win this game, their front four gotta contain Kyler Murray. I think with the Cardinals O-line, you can get pressure on Kyler Murray through that O-line. It's just when the pocket breaks down, that's when Kyler is dangerous because he's outside the pocket. He looks somebody said he looks like a bad kid running around the playground when he did something wrong with the football in his hands. So like if you rush as a team and keep him in the pocket and collapse it, like you can make this Cardinals team work for every yard in this game. Again, not like a couple weeks ago they were in a dogfight with the Vikings.
Yep.
Up until the Vikings missing the game-winning field goal. So you can beat this team. This team is beatable. It's just the fact it's the fact that when the pocket breaks down, that's when Kyler is dangerous because he can give you a pump fake and starts running for 20 yards, or he just gets out of the pocket, sets his feet, and just launch it down the field for either A.J. Green or DeAndre Hopkins. So
I like it.
There is a way of defeating the Cardinals. The Cardinals are not unbeatable here.
No, I agree with you, and I think Deebo's going to have a big game. Deebo Samuel's nasty. He's turned into a heck of a playmaker. He can do a little bit of everything. He's a great wide receiver. He can run the ball. He can do it all. I think he's going to have a big game. So is I just think this. I don't know, man. I'm sorry. I'm taking the 49ers. I'm taking the 5.5. Now, the best game that nobody's talking about, and I don't understand quite why. I understand the Bills, Kansas City. Yeah. Love that game. The Browns are playing the Chargers. Justin Herbert.
Oh, yeah, I'm all in
Baker
on the
Mayfield.
I'm all in on the Chargers.
Chargers are good, man. The Chargers are a 2-point favorite. They're at home at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, California. The Browns are coming in there with that mean defense. Myles Garrett's going to be a madman running around possessed. Ward's going to be, covering people left and right. But, man, Eckler is running the heck out of the football. Mike Williams is catching it. Keenan Allen's doing his things, one of the best route runners in football. This Chargers team is on the ascent. Are they good enough to go up against this run defense that's just going to make you, throw the football? And then they're going to have those defensive ends pin their ears back and come after Justin Herbert. Do you like the Browns' defense, Baker Mayfield, with all of his weapons in that run game, to be able to go to SoFi and drop the Chargers? Or are you just a believer in Justin Herbert?
See, I'm nervous with the Chargers O-line because you can get to Herbert. Like the Cowboys in week 2 got to Herbert a lot. They got pressure on him a lot, made him uncomfortable pretty much the entire game.
Still can't believe Randy Gregory is playing as good as he is for the Cowboys.
Hey, man, believe in Randy, man.
Yeah, believe in him.
Believe in him. I think the interesting matchup is that right tackle spot for the Chargers versus Myles Garrett. I think as of right now, Slater has been unbelievable as a rookie on that left side for them, and there's no pressure There's no pressure coming off that left side with Slater there. It's a matter of can they make the adjustment of protecting that right side. Give Herbert some time because they got playmakers that Herbert can get that Herbert can dish the ball to. It's just a matter of time. Can you give him enough time to where Myles Garrett is not wrecking the entire game like he did against Chicago?
I'm with you on that one. And then the last one I wanted to mention, I think it's the easiest bet of the week. I really, really do. Dallas Cowboys defense forcing turnovers left and right. Diggs is catching everything, just robbing people. Who is easy to rob? Daniel Jones. He fumbles, he throws interceptions, and I don't believe in Joe Judge, and I'm sorry.
No.
I feel like the Giants heading down to Big D. Their old coach is going to be on the sideline with the Giants. They're going to want to beat the tar out of him. But Dak Prescott is playing his quarterback as good as anybody in football right now. I've talked to you about the numbers. When he's being blitzed, he's the most efficient quarterback in the National Football League. He gets the ball out of his hands faster than anybody right now in the National Football League. By the way, CeeDee Lamb's pretty good.
Oh, yeah.
What about
Amari Cooper's pretty good.
I was getting ready to say, what about that other guy, Coop? He's pretty good. Their tight ends playing good. You got Zeke running the football. Pollard's great. I mean, just everything the Cowboys are doing is making me actually a believer. And I said at the beginning of the year, I thought the NFC East was going to be one of the worst divisions, and the Washington football team was going to win the East.
Come on.
Boy, I was wrong, wasn't I?
Come on.
I thought that defense was just going to be cold-blooded this year, man.
No.
Taylor Heineke ain't that bad. I mean, but dadgummit, Washington's horrible. The Eagles with Jalen Hurts, it's just not working out. Their defense has holes. They got young wide receivers, talented wide receivers, but they're not on the same page. Kenny Golladay, we love him, of course. Anyway, point is, there's just I just look at this situation and not Kenny Golladay, Kenneth Gainwell. Did I say Golladay?
Yeah, he said Golladay.
I was thinking about.
He's a stud too. He's a stud too.
Yeah, they're playing the Giants. I was thinking about him, but no. Gainwell's running the ball very well, but this Eagles team, they are not ready to compete for any type of title or play in the postseason. It's Dallas Cowboys, who I feel like with their schedule. Have you looked at it?
Oh yeah, I'm a Cowboys fan.
You are?
Yeah.
They could have the best record in football.
They could be 9-1 heading into Thanksgiving against the Chiefs.
They lost one game to the defending Super Bowl champs and Tom Brady at Buck Stadium. Very opening week on that Thursday night. Since then, they dropped the Chargers, who you love with Justin Herbert.
Yep.
They beat the brakes off the Eagles and make them look stupid. And then they handled the Carolina Panthers last week, who were undefeated and playing great football. They got the Giants. The Patriots aren't looking good. The Vikings aren't looking that great. The Broncos, we know, are overrated. They beat 3 teams that didn't have a win, and then they lost last week when they actually played somebody that has some talent. They get the Falcons.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man. They have a really good schedule. And, again, you got Washington, Giants, Washington again, Cardinals, Eagles. I feel like this Dallas Cowboys team could get that one bye. And, Jerry, I don't know if he's going to make it to a Super Bowl, but, man, Dallas fans should be pretty pumped, right?
Yeah. The only reason why Washington won the division last year was because everybody in the division was hurt. Everybody's quarterback was hurt or was not good, or the team as a whole was not good. I knew coming into the season the Cowboys are the team to beat, but obviously with the football team, their front four is crazy good with a bunch of first round picks along their front line. But the difference maker is the quarterback, man. Dak Prescott, he is seeking revenge on the NFL this year. He is seeking.
Hey, Zeke's back too.
Zeke is back. The receivers look not too bad with Dak Prescott as quarterback.
Kellen, by the way, do you like Kellen Moore?
I do.
He's a lot better than Jason Garrett was, wasn't he?
Oh man, if there is a way to keep Kellen Moore next season without him interviewing for a head coaching position, I would do it in a heartbeat.
Man,
but
he's hitting everything right there on the head. He's got this offense just and Dan Quinn's doing great, defensive coordinator. Mike McCarthy just has to stay out of the way and not screw it up.
Yeah, that's all you got to do, man. Just make sure you keep your eyes on the clock. Have enough timeouts left. Challenge the correct plays. And this is setting up for the Cowboys to actually be really good in the postseason. I know. A lot of people, they're looking at the schedule and say, "Oh man, it's like they're not playing anybody." I'm like, "Well, that's how the schedule shakes out. Yep. That's just how it is. If you don't like it, oh well, man. But you got to beat the teams that are on the schedule. And so far, through the first 4 weeks, they have done that. And it is tough to go into the first week of the season playing against the Super Bowl champs.
Yes,
that is tough on the road. So. And they could easily have been 4-0, when it all said and done.
Man, when they got that field goal, took the lead, only thing I did say is dang, Tom Brady.
Too much time.
Tom Brady's going to win that bad boy. Now, I will tell you somebody. You know who else is great? It's Brian Elder Roofing. He's the best commercial and residential roofing contractor in the Mid-South. I promise you that. Call him at 901-867-0303. If he says you have a claim, you have a claim. If he goes up there and says you don't have any damage, things are good, he's going to bounce. If you just need a little bit of love on your roof, he's going to give it to you. It's Brian Elder Roofing, 901-867-0303. That's 901-867-0303. Or go to brianelderroofing.com. We'll be back with Hardwood on the other side on Sports 56, 98.5 FM.
You have opinions?
The knowledge that I have matters.
We want to hear them. Call or text us on the AutoZone listener line at 360-8255. That's the AutoZone listener line at 901-360-8255.
Get in the zone, AutoZone. Hi, folks. I keep hearing about a shortage of good vehicles to purchase these days. Well, I can fix that. Just follow me to Auto Universe Germantown. I was blown away by the amount of high-quality vehicles they have. Something they call affordable luxury, and I would agree. And talk about variety. How about Lexus, Infiniti, Audi, Jeep, not to mention, but I will anyway, Mercedes, Nissan, Honda, Chevy, and Toyota. Tremendous pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs, and they're always adding more. Hey, I know this family. They have everything we want under one roof. No haggle affordable pricing, simplified financing, top service technicians, even collision repair. Remember the old Mazda location in Germantown? That's where they're located, 7300 Winchester, and online at eautouniverse.com. So take it from me, if you want to avoid the new car price but still want a luxury, slightly loved vehicle, head on over to Auto Universe Germantown. Would I steer you wrong? Get it? At Auto Universe Germantown, only the best make it here.
I know I say this every year, but fall is the best time for Central Barbecue.
You do say that every year.
But it's true.
You say that too.
I do not.
You say fall is the perfect time of year for Central Barbecue. Nothing goes better with baseball in the NBA than Central Barbecue. And then you get all defensive when I point it out.
I do not. I don't say those things every year. You don't know everything.
Oh, and you'll also point out the smell, the slow-cooked Memphis-style barbecue is the smell of autumn.
Well, it is.
I know it is. And I know you'll try to squeeze in one more mention of Central Barbecue.
Central Barbecue.
See?
You think you're so smart.
Hewlett & Dunn Boot and Clothing Company, we have it all. From handmade Amish leather belts, fine and casual clothing, boots, casual boots, work boots, fancy boots, and even safety-toed boots. Lots of cowboy hats to choose from, even Nebo lights, Orco hard coolers, good-looking duck-head dress shirts, duck-head caps, shorts, and pants. Tons of jeans from Ariat, Wrangler, Devil Dog, and Kimes Ranch jeans. At Hewlett & Dunn, we have a great selection of Old South t-shirts and caps. Fine clothing from dress to casual to Sunday best. Enjoy choosing from UFO's orthopedic-approved shoes. Hewlett & Dunn Boot and Clothing Company. Boots of every size, every color, every skin. Great quality Western, work, and safety toe boots. Hewlett & Dunn Boots and Clothing Company. 111 North Center Street, Collierville. Hewlett & Dunn. Hewlett & Dunn, serving you and your family since 1961.
The Relax at Home sale's going on now at Family Leisure. Enjoy a game of pool. How about shuffleboard with friends and family? Relieving aching muscles with full body massage chairs. They're the coolest. Chill out and watch a movie. Or the big game in style with the new theater seating. Also on sale, we got spas and saunas and patio furniture. It's the Family Leisure Relax at Home sale. Going on now, I-40 and Winton Road, Family Leisure. For family and fun, come together.
The NFL is here, and FanDuel Sportsbook wants you to get the most out of every play. That's why they're giving everyone a $10 risk-free bet every week. This week is a great opportunity to give it a try. All you have to do is bet a same-game parlay bet with 3 legs or more, and if your bet doesn't win, FanDuel will pay you back up to $10. There's no feeling like nailing a same-game parlay bet, so lock in your bet today on FanDuel Sportsbook and get up to $10 back if your bet doesn't win. New to FanDuel Sportsbook? Sign up today with promo code CASH to also receive a risk-free bet up to $1,000. That's promo code CASH so they know I sent you. Must be 21 and older and present in Tennessee. Refund issued as non-withdrawable site credit that expires in 7 days. Max refund $10. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Same game parlay available for multiple sports in all states on mobile and on the web. Gambling problem? Call the Tennessee Red Line at 1-800-889-9789.
Ole Miss Rebel Yell is back. The Rebel Yell Hotline Radio Show is back on WHBQ Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. Every Monday night at 6, hear the latest news on your Ole Miss Rebels with Yancey Porter with 24/7 Sports, former Ole Miss defensive tackle Mike Fitzsimmons, Gordon Ford covering SEC Sports Call, and former Ole Miss baseball announcer Gary Darby. From kickoff to free throw to extra innings, your Ole Miss sports on the Rebel Yell Hotline Show right here Monday night at 6 on Sports 56 560 AM and 98.5 FM, your Mid-South sports station.
Welcome back to Sports 56 Happy Hour with Johnny Radio. This hour of Sports 56 Happy Hour is brought to you by Tito's Vodka. Here once again is Johnny Radio.
Welcome back to a little Sports 56 Happy Hour. I am so glad to be with you because we are about to go to Hardwood. Plus, we got playoff baseball. We got great college football. The National Football League is straight up nasty. The sports world is on fire. But we're going to take a little break and go a little bit slanted. We're going to go do a little Hardwood, tell you some funny stories. Bet you didn't know this. We also got Tyson Fury and Wilder fighting. What's going to be more interesting Saturday? The fight? Or Kim Kardashian hosting Saturday Night Live. I'll tell you about that during Hardwood. But first, I have to remind you, how do we get Hardwood? Well, we get it from Hemp 2.0. That's Hemp 2.0, baby. 3670 South Houston Levee Road in Collierville. Are you 18 years old? Do you have dogs? Do you have aches? Do you have pains? I'm telling you, if you go to Hemp 2.0, they have the best CBD products. They also have Delta 8. They have Delta 10, THC 0. It's federally legal. They have moon rocks. They have edibles. They have tinctures. If you just want to have some fun and feel good, they have that. But if you need to combat pain, inflammation, if you're struggling, like if you can't sleep at night, go and talk to the knowledgeable staff at Hemp 2.0 at 3670 South Houston Levee. They will make sure that they hook you up with the right product. And you'd be surprised. Did you know that they have dog medications? That's right. So they have hemp products for your dog. One of my dogs is absolutely a lunatic. It is a high-strung, crazy dog. We went over there and basically got some little hemp products, little hemp treats. And guess what? I give that bad boy. The dog jumps off of me, chills out, gets in its bed, lays down, and sleeps beautifully, giving me a little bit of peace at night sometimes. Hemp 2.0 has a knowledgeable staff. They can help you with any issues. They have Kratom. They have CBD. They have Delta 8, edibles, tinctures. They have it all. Plus, they have skincare, unbelievable skincare. If you have not experienced hemp or you haven't checked it out or CBD or anything like that, all you need to do is go to 3670 South Houston Levee Road in Collierville or just go to shophemp20.com. Shophemp20.com. Check them out. I promise you this. It will change your life. Let's go to Hardwood.
This is Access Hardwood.
Already mentioned it. Are you going to be watching the fight or are you going to be watching Kim K?
I might tune into the fight. I might tune in.
I'm going to watch probably. I think I'll record the SNL because I'm a Kardashian fan. I'll watch the fight in football. But did you know that Kim Kardashian, she reached out to Dave Chappelle, Ellen DeGeneres, Amy Schumer, James Corden. They've all been helping her in preparation for hosting Saturday Night Live. I've never looked at Kim Kardashian as something funny. But I could, you know what I mean? Like, she's just different. She's Kim Kardashian.
Yeah.
To host Saturday Night Live, is this going to be an absolute, are they going to hit this out of the park? Or is this thing going to fall flat on its face?
I think it's weird because with different hosts, they because I know with comedians, it's easy for them to kind of go up there and just do
stand up.
It's basically stand up. Hosting is basically stand up for them. But sometimes you do get one of those gems from people that you would not expect to be funny, and I think Kim could be funny if it's authentic in her way.
I think it could be kind of funny. I really do. I think it could be, but this is definitely not funny, and I've been making fun of it, and I kind of feel bad. Did you hear Tim Tebow today talk about Urban Meyer?
No. What did he say?
Man, he said he's praying for him. He's reached out to Urban Meyer. He said he's heartbroken. He said he loves Shelly, his wife. all kinds of just really nice things. And the way that Tim Tebow handles situations and he talks about them and he's so genuine, like he makes me almost feel like a jerk for, earlier in the week talking about, the girl grinding on Urban Meyer.
No.
Like he really is just such a really nice guy. But not only did Tim Tebow speak about the Urban Meyer bar scandal, did you hear about his wife coming out?
Yeah, I saw the tweet that she put out last night.
She's getting off of Twitter, she said.
Yeah.
She said thank you to all the people that are her real friends. She said, to my wonderful followers and friends, thank you for your love, support, friendship, laughs. I will miss you the most. I love you all and wish God's blessings on you. Thank you. She's stepping away, and she also did say that the reason she is she cannot believe the vitriol, the slander, the trash she's receiving in the wake of this. People are hitting her up on social medias, and she said this: we all make mistakes. We are all sinners. If you think you aren't, then why don't you throw the first stone? I kind of got to, you know what, man?
So
I
here's
got to give her a little mad respect there.
So here's the thing, like I would give her that. I would give her that. But as a deacon myself, as a deacon at my church, Johnny.
I didn't know you were a deacon.
I am.
Dude, I feel really bad now.
No, don't feel bad. Don't feel bad.
You hear some outlandish stuff come out of my mouth.
Don't feel bad. I'm Zach. I'm still Zach.
Okay.
I'm still Zach.
Now,
I'm still Zach.
I feel like I need to go and have a talk with you after the show. Goodness.
No. But as the residential deacon here on Sports 56, yes, I do agree. We all are sinners and casting the first stone.
Mm-hmm.
But it's kind of hard for us to not sit here and judge when the same man keeps making the same mistakes over and over and over again. It's just different mistakes, putting himself in. He's constantly putting himself in decisions or situations that leads him into bad decision making.
Yes.
And he's supposed to be the head coach of a football program.
And do you remember how he always talked about Ohio State, how it's all about your character and all this stuff? I mean, you can't
building.
Character. And then he's bumping and grinding out on his, instead of going home with his team, after getting just beat down, he's doing a little bump and grind. Just interesting situation.
Yeah.
Shelly's handling it with class. Tim Tebow today actually looked really hurt. I have to say, I liked him. He's just a very genuine, good dude. Now, speaking of dudes that might not be good, I used to think this guy just got slandered constantly. Do you remember Evander Kane? He's a hockey player.
Yes.
So do you remember how his ex-wife said that he cheated on her, he beat her up, he abused her, he sexually and physically assaulted her?
I do remember that.
He bet
story.
on his own in it. He bet on games that he was playing in for his team to lose and stuff like she came out and just threw everything that she could at him, and whatever stuck, and whatever people remember, they remember.
Right.
And I kind of thought to myself, man, that's pretty low. Man, this you did marry this man.
You
did. Me and my ex-wife, we get along. I'm friends with her. Me and her husband are like best friends. Her new husband. I love Max, man. I'm a nice guy. Like
go out.
We
go
both
out and
talk
party
to each
with
other.
her.
We're like, hey, man, dude, I feel your pain, brother. He's like, I know you do. But no, I just don't think it should be. Divorce should get that nasty. But you know what? Now I feel like maybe Evander Kane just likes to step in it. Did you hear what's now going on? He's being investigated by the NHL because they say that he has a bogus vax card. That's right. The NHL, like it's not just the NBA. By the way, did you hear Los Angeles? You have to be vaccinated to play in LA.
Yep.
You have to in New York and Brooklyn. We talk about Kyrie Irving and that whole situation. It could derail Brooklyn's team, the Nets. I mean, you got James Harden, Kevin Durant. Kyrie's like, I'm going to have to miss 41 games because, nope. But, dude, he went out and got a fake vax card. Didn't really get it. Turns it in to the league office. I guess they don't, I don't know. I don't call a doctor or something. I don't know how you find out it's a fake vax card.
There's a number, a VIN number for each vaccine that they go and check.
Wow, see, I'm learning something. Well, right now, he might...
It's not in the vaccine. It's on the bottle. Let me clarify that. I don't want y'all to go and spread misinformation about that. It's on the bottle, not in the vaccine.
Well, he was, by the way, 2009 4th overall pick, really talented, hockey player. Had a lot of stuff about gambling, abusing his wife, things like that. Well, now he can't just sit there and say, you know what, she's upset that we're divorcing. He's now got to step up in front of us and be like, I mean, if they come out and find out like 100%, because the NHL has already basically said that he has a bogus vax card. He's not allowed to go to the hotel. He's not allowed to be around his team. He's being investigated. He can't go on road trips. There's all kinds of situations that are going to this. And the NHL says that they are not playing with this, and he could actually be suspended for the entire season.
Man, just go get vaccinated so you don't have to worry about this, man.
Dude, like I said, I mentioned this a few weeks ago with I was talking with Gabe, and I was like, man, the NFL, because if you remember, one player came out and said that he believes 15 to 20% of the league has fake bogus vax cards.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, you know what, that makes sense because, I mean, football players, they'll do anything to pass a drug test. You know, if I'm smoking a little weed, I'm going to bring in a Whizzinator. If I'm taking some PEDs, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do anything to cover myself. And if you don't believe in the vaccine, you're a very rich athlete, I'm sure it wouldn't be hard to go get a bogus vax card. But how does the NFL not know that they're bogus and the NHL does? NHL's already busted somebody.
Yeah.
Their season's not even started, man.
It could be a snowball effect. I'd say that. Because it could give the NFL like an idea like, let's go check these numbers real quick. Let's check these vaccine cards.
Man, it's just pretty wild what's going on out there in the world today.
I do have a story for you, though.
You got one.
I have one. So, speaking of California. They signed a bill yesterday. They're saying that if you remove a condom without permission during intercourse, you're going to jail.
What?
Yeah. They signed a bill saying that basically, the new measure amends the state civil code, adding to the act that the state civil definition of sexual battery. So basically, if you remove the condom without during sex without the girl's permission, you could get in trouble.
Wow. That freaks me out.
Yeah.
What if it breaks?
I don't know. That's a good question. Like,
I mean, these things aren't 100.
Like what if you need to get a new one? Like, you know what? I don't know. I'm not sure exactly how the condom works. I'm not sure how it works. But what if you need a new one? Like, what if you're like, hey, baby, like, I might need I need to get a new condom, or you just do it? You just put on a new condom, or like,
man,
I don't know how would you do it though?
Looks like we're going to be looking into California and what's going on with this situation. I can promise you that in the future. I do have to remind you, though, you know what helps loosen you up for a weekend?
What's that?
Tito's Handmade Vodka.
Yeah.
When life hands you lemons, make a lemon drop. Just make sure it's with Tito's Handmade Vodka. It's crafted, it's distilled right here in the United States, down in Austin, Texas. It's got a unique flavor, slightly sweet, black pepper note. It balances everything out. I don't care if you're crafting a cocktail or if you're just drinking it neat. Tito's Handmade Vodka is out of control. One more segment before we pass this bad boy off to Pete and Anthony for Grind Time. This is Sports 56, 98.5 FM.
Join the voice of the Tigers, Dave Woloshin, for Wolo and Friends. Weekday mornings from 10 to 11 here on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM.
Hey, Memphis, thinking about buying a truck or SUV? Then come to the Sunrise Truck Corral. Want a red truck, black truck, white truck? How about a blue truck? Black wheels, chrome wheels. Come to the Sunrise Truck Corral. Two-wheel drive, four-wheel drive, extended cab, crew cab. Want a lifted truck? Come to the Sunrise Truck Corral. Want a diesel? How about a gas engine? Ford, Dodge, Chevy, Jeep, GMC, Toyota. We got them all at the Sunrise Truck Corral, the only dedicated truck lot in Memphis. Can't find a truck you like? Call, click, or come in. We'll find you the dream truck. Sunrise Truck Corral, Old Hummer Building on Highway 64 in Bartlett. We make it fun to buy a truck.
Stop paying full price for gas. Download the free Get Upside app and get 25 cents per gallon cash back on every gallon of gas you buy. Don't miss out. Millions of people have earned over $200 cash back every month just by using Get Upside and getting gas, which you were going to do anyways. There's no catch. It's simple and free. Download the free Get Upside app now and use promo code BEAT to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first fill-up. That's promo code BEAT.
Memphis, it's official, honey. Crab Kings is where it's at. The best seafood with 7 flavors to choose from. Try the shrimp, chicken, salmon, and fried lobster pastas. There's snow crab, king crab, dungeons, and more. Please don't forget about the calamari, shrimp, and lobsters, honey. The portions, the price, the taste is only at Crab Kings. Download our app and search Crab Kings on Google. Visit us at crabkingstn.com. Crab Kings, where the flavor is king.
AC trouble? Call Air Doctors of Memphis, 901-598-HVAC. Owner Matt Davis is a third-generation full-service air conditioning specialist. Air Doctors of Memphis services all major brands, and labor and parts are guaranteed 100%. Their yearly AC checkup is only $60. Then this year, Air Doctors is the official HVAC contractor for St. Jude Dream House. Air Doctors installed the St. Jude Dream House new Train high-efficiency equipment. Get your service from the best. AirDoctorsOfMemphis.com. Call 901-598-HVAC.
The folks at Homer Skelton Hyundai want to say thank you. Thank you, Memphis, for another spectacular year. They set records, but I can understand why. You think about the product. Where else do you get a 10-year, 100,000-mile limited powertrain warranty? That's what you get on every new car at Homer Skelton Hyundai. Oh, and thank you again for the 11th straight year, the #1 certified pre-owned car dealership in all of Memphis. It starts with that product, but then it goes to the shopper assurance. Where else do you go where you get transparent pricing, flexible test drive, take the car for a couple of days if you want, streamlined buying process? You're not going to be there all day, in and out. And then, and I have not seen this anywhere else, the 3-day worry-free exchange. You buy a new car, if you've got any buyer's remorse, you've got 3 days to change your mind. Just get on Lamar, take it into Mississippi, the first exit's Craft Road, turn left, and go see Chris True and all the gang at Homer Skelton Hyundai.
Welcome back to Sports 56 Happy Hour with Johnny Radio. This hour of Sports 56 Happy Hour is brought to you by Tito's Vodka. Here once again is Johnny Radio.
Welcome back to a little Sports 56 Happy Hour. I am your buddy Johnny Radio. It's the last segment of the day in my new time. Kind of like my new time. I get off at 1 o'clock instead of start working at 1 o'clock. You know what that means? I get to start drinking at 1:15. Tito's handmade vodka. If life hands you lemons, promise you just make a lemon drop. You're going to love it. Plus, I get to go watch baseball. That's another thing. I'm very excited. 107. Right when grind time with Pete and Anthony come on, you have the White Sox and the Astros. Lucas Giolito is pitching against Framber Valdez. Astros flat out smoked the White Sox yesterday. I kind of feel like the Astros are going to smoke them again today. Giolito, fastball, slider, curveball. Fastball, changeup, slider. Throws a lot of fastballs. Houston's a great fastball hitting team. He hadn't been as good as we expected this year, and Lance Lynn gave up a lot. I can't imagine what the Astros are going to do to Lucas Giolito. I kind of am leaning Astros. The Braves and the Brewers, like I said, Charlie Morton, he has improved his ERA every single month this season. He's been pitching out of his mind. Has Corbin Burns pitched great all season long? He sure has. But the one time he did face the Braves, 4 innings, gave up 5 runs. Didn't work out very well for him. So I kind of like the Braves a little bit tonight in Milwaukee. I got to have an underdog somewhere because I absolutely love the Rays. I think Chris Sale is not Chris Sale. I think the Red Sox, Rafael Devers, even though Cora's come out and said he's not injured, why is he always grimacing on every swing? You know what I mean? Like, we watched what he did the last day, hitting the home run, winning it so that they could host the playoff game. I just feel like there's something wrong with this Red Sox team right now. There's something wrong with Chris Sale. There's something wrong with Devers. I love the Rays. I love the way they play. And, dude, Wander Franco is out of control. Nelson Cruz, Lowe. You got Randy Arozarena, who hit a home run and stole home. First player to ever do that in the postseason. Think about that. All the games that have been played, in baseball throughout the history. Nobody's ever done what Randy Arozarena has done. And then tonight, man, Chris Taylor hitting that walk-off, the way Mookie Betts, Trey Turner, you got Walker Buehler pitching. I love what the Giants have done. I am shocked that they won the division. They won 107 games. Dodgers won 106. Dodgers have the better pitching staff. The Giants, statistically, have some of the best bats in baseball. But let's look at those two lineups. Which lineup do you trust more? I trust that Dodgers lineup. They won it last year in the shortened season. They want to go out there and prove it. Plus, you got a bulldog like, I mean, you got so many bulldogs on that team. I mean, they're not going to miss Clayton Kershaw. They got pitching coming out the wazoo. They got a great bullpen. Dodgers, -15, and that's also a very telling sign. If the Dodgers are favored in San Francisco, that's a little bit nuts. And by the way, I don't know if you heard about this. I talked about Mattress Mike. Do you know that bookmakers out there, it was 100-1 at one point. San Francisco is the only team that if they won the World Series, like BetMGM, the other, bunch of gambling places have come out and said that if San Francisco wins the World Series, they'll take a bath. They'll get absolutely waxed. Even when they were winning, about a month ago, you still could get 10-1 odds for them winning the World Series. There's a bunch of money, they say, on San Francisco, and that will wipe out the bookmakers. Bookmakers don't get wiped out. They win. I like the Dodgers. I'm going with the bookmakers, if you know what I'm saying. Woo-wee. Now, got to mention this before I bounce. Whew. Did you see Phil Nevin blast Alex Rodriguez?
He blasted?
Blast. A-Rod blasted Phil Nevin.
Oh, during the broadcast. Because
he
sent
Aaron Judge home. Man, he came out there and said, Alex Rodriguez, you don't know a damn thing about baseball.
Ooh.
He's like, man, it had to be a perfect relay. He said the relay was a little bit offline. Look, Bogarts made a great play. It was a great relay. It was a perfect throw. They got Judge out by a mile. But if the grass was a little bit wet, these things factored in. But the one key factor was Joey Gallo was coming up. Joey Gallo just popped up simply up. I mean, Joey Gallo hadn't been able to hit anything.
Yeah.
So I understand it completely. And Phil Nevin, I don't like A-Rod very much either. I hope y'all enjoy your weekend. Don't forget you got Ole Miss and Arkansas at 9 a.m. on Saturday. Packers, Bengals, Browns, Chargers, Bills, Chiefs. Man, we got it all going on Sports 56 95 FM. Get out there and make the world a better place. See you on the flip side. Peace.